Oh my god! Wow!
Yo, what is going on, guys? Today I'm making my second episode of Max Learns Mechanics. Last episode I learned the musty flick. Make sure you guys go check out that video. Link will be in the description. It'll be at the end of the video as well. So make sure you go check that out. That was a really nice episode. But this episode, I put a couple polls on my Instagram. If you want to follow my Instagram, I'll put it up on the screen right now. Just so you guys can be active with the channel and all that stuff. Alright, so I asked you guys whether I should learn the Cuxer pinch or the Jazer flick. The Jazer flick looks like this, and the Cuxer pinch looks like this. Alright, so I tried both of them. I felt like the Cuxer pinch, I don't know, I feel like it just wouldn't be that entertaining. Maybe I could save it for a later episode. And the Jazer flick is just like insanely hard to do. Like, it is, I tried it in training and it is just like insane. So I decided that since I have so much time, since I'm off school and I know how to air dribble, I decided to learn flip resets. That's going to be the mechanic for this video. It's going to be a banger of a video. Flip resets are an insane mechanic. I think they're like a huge step into the next level. So I'm going to try to learn those. So yeah, let's get right into training. So in my first hour of training, I had a really hard time, getting a flip reset. It wasn't easy. I hadn't watched any tutorials on how to do it. I didn't have any technique. I was kind of just going for a regular air dribble setup and then trying to get the flip reset from there. I'd watched one video a while back that said that you should get a hard touch after your air dribble. It's like when you go into the air, your first touch should be hard, so that gives you space to get that flip reset after that first touch. So I tried to do that a little bit. That didn't really work out for me. I chose to use the Dominus during this first hour. I changed my car a lot through this training, but the first car that I used was the Dominus. For those of you who wanted to see the Jazer flick video and the Cuxer pinch video, those videos will be coming out very soon. I have lots of time to make those videos, so those will be coming out as soon as possible. I really wanted to get this video out first because I felt like I needed a banger to start the series off. This first hour was very rough. It was definitely not easy, but I wasn't thinking about giving up or anything. I had a lot of fun training this mechanic, but I was actually starting to see some improvement in this first hour. I'd gotten a couple flip resets and I was feeling confident going into my second hour of training. In my second hour of training, I switched to the Octane and a new map. I was still using the technique of just rolling the ball up the wall in free play and going it from there. I hadn't found a custom training pack yet, so I was kind of just winging it in free play. I was still using the air dribble method while getting one touch or two touches after air dribbling and then going for the flip reset. I didn't really use this method much more in my training as I found that it was not effective. I started to see some improvement though as I got my first flip reset that actually moved the ball in the air. I was pretty excited with that and it motivated me to keep grinding this mechanic. One thing that I was doing wrong was letting the ball come down to me. I know you can do this in some situations, but what you should really practice when you're first learning this mechanic is flying into the ball and getting your flip reset. I was just letting the ball kind of glide down into my car, and that wasn't effective at all. The downside to letting the ball glide into your car is that you don't have any momentum when you hit the ball. So the ball just pushes you down farther away from it and doesn't allow you to do anything with your flip reset. You may get the flip reset, but if you let the ball glide down into your car, in most cases, you won't be able to do anything with your flip. The key in these first couple hours of learning the flip reset is to just keep doing it and keep trying. There are a couple techniques of hitting the ball off the wall and going for the flip reset, but those come easier later and you can learn that once the time comes. So right here, I actually got my first flip reset shot. I got the flip reset, and then I flipped immediately after I got it, and it sent the ball flying into the left side of the goal. I counted this as my first shot in training, and yeah, I mean, first 2 hours and I got the shot. After the shot, I was really confident, and I was ready to head into these next couple hours and really train this mechanic. In the last 3 hours, I used a custom training pack to train this mechanic. Link will be down in the description if you guys want to use this custom training pack. I think it is the best one. It has a wide variety of shots and angles. So yeah, go check out link in the description. So I really focused on the second shot of the custom training pack, the third shot, the fifth shot of the training pack. The second shot is it comes at you just straight ahead and you pop it up. You really want to pop it up and wait on the ground a little bit to give yourself some space to line up with the ball. One technique that I practiced was breaking right after I hit the ball when I was going from the wall. This gives you lots of space. You can line yourself up for the flip reset. I used it sometimes for the last couple hours of my training. I didn't use this method as I felt that I didn't really need it to get the flip reset. I recommend not using this technique when you're farther away from the goal and using it when you're closer. Eventually I switched to the Fennec. I found that the Fennec was the nicest car for flip resets. I don't know why. It's the same hitbox as the Octane. I really felt solid in the Fennec, and I felt like I got a lot more flip resets when I was using this car. I was beginning to see some extreme progress, and I was able to flip immediately after I got my flip reset and actually send the ball forward with a lot of power. I felt more comfortable turning my car in the air to line up for the flip reset, and overall felt like I had a lot more control after I got my flip reset. Eventually I got a really nice flip reset. I got the flip, and then I waited a little bit and stalled, and then flipped and gave it a lot of power into the top of the net. This really motivated me. I kept grinding. I got a lot better. I switched back and forth between the Fennec and the Octane because I felt like these were the best cars for this mechanic. I also got a little bit of a wardrobe upgrade. I got the 20XX and the black standard boost. Eventually I was getting some nice flip resets, like 50% of the time, and I was actually getting power on them. I was getting closer and closer to where I felt comfortable in going into some online matches. During this training, I did a lot of ceiling shots and double taps. If you're going to learn the flip reset, you're going to get really good at double taps. You may even get better at double taps than you are going to at flip resets. I kept tweaking out my mistakes and figuring out what was best. I eventually learned that going at the ball with a lot of speed to get your flip reset is the best way to do it. You want to go at the ball with a lot of speed because when you hit the ball, you won't be pushed down by the ball's momentum, and you also will push the ball forward so it'll line you up for a nice flip. Eventually, after lots of double taps and flip resets, I felt like I was ready to hop into some online matches. Alright guys, so that was my second episode of Max Learns Mechanics. If you enjoyed that episode, please consider subscribing, liking the video, and commenting down below on which mechanic you guys want me to learn next. I had such a great time making this video. Peace out, boys.